Hi everyone and welcome to this video. In today's video I just quickly want to talk about the market cap overview. This is a blog article that I wrote and posted a couple of hours ago actually on our website, on our blog interx.co.za, and this blog post I just explain what I think what's going to happen with Bitcoin as well as Ethereum and Ripple. So if you have time, just go head on over to this link, which I'll also post in the description. If we can quickly go check on the chart here, this is the chart I used with Bitcoin. I used on a daily chart on Bitstamp, and I just explain here. If you can see what Bitcoin did in the last couple of months, actually, as Bitcoin is trying to test and break above this $4,000 price level. So if you can see here, it tested it quite a couple of times, almost 7 times to be exact. And this theory in technical analysis is the same as with knocking on a door, like just on knocking on a normal door. And the more you knock, which would be this representation, the more you knock, the harder you will knock on the door. And when it actually breaks above, it's like breaking the door, for example. And if Bitcoin can sustain this breakout, which would be just a normal technical term, this breakout, I can see Bitcoin testing $5,700 quite quickly, actually, in a couple of days. It won't be long, but this will only happen if volume sustains it. You would also, if you read this article on this blog post, you'll see I'll explain in each and every one we need volume to sustain a breakout. That is how it just works, just normal supply and demand. So if you can check here, if you can see here, you'll see that Bitcoin's volume isn't high, or probably higher than it should be for a breakout. The one thing that I can say, let me just quickly, okay, the one thing that I can say, if we can quickly go on coin market cap, you can just enter there. You would see here the volume for Bitcoin has been increasing steadily in the last couple of months. The normal volume for a 24-hour period for Bitcoin was roughly 5 billion in last year, November, December, and so forth. But now it's up to 10 billion, which is also a very good indication that there is more money flowing into the Bitcoin market. Yet there is still so many bears waiting at the 4,000 level. That's why I don't think this particular candle, it would be the breakout candle. It won't happen today or tomorrow, but it should happen the next week or so. Bitcoin is testing that $4,000 price level each and every week, roughly week or month. It didn't taste it in April, in January, sorry, April, we're not in April yet, in January, but it should break above. And if volume can sustain it, I would happily say 5,750 would be my next target, maybe slowing down at 5,500 level. So this is what I'm seeing for Bitcoin. If we go down to Ethereum now, I just explained you quickly what is a wedge pattern, and that is what is happening currently with Ethereum. Ethereum is on the daily chart on Bitfinex, so let's just quickly go to that. Ethereum USD on Bitfinex, the exchange, you would see it is forming a wedge pattern. Now, I'm just explaining in this blog post, I'm explaining what a wedge pattern is, so you can quickly just read that. That's not too much. But if, essentially, in a technical term, if Ethereum breaks above the blue line with sustained momentum, with sustained volume, it can actually go higher, and it will be a breakout. Now, breakout normally in a wedge pattern would look similar to this. So it would break above this blue line, it will retest it on the blue line, on the wedge pattern, and then proceed higher. Well, let's say about that. And for me, the targets for Ethereum would be, if a breakout can occur with sustained volume, I would say $180 would be the first target, which would be roughly around about there. And if volume could push it higher, 200 to 220 would be the next targets. Now, I know this is quite bigger targets. 200 to 220 is 10%. But with Ethereum, I've seen in the last couple of years, Ethereum has radical movements going from 10 to 1,000 back to 80 again. So that's how Ethereum works, and that's why I can't say exactly what the price level would be. This is of course probability and my own opinion, but I think 180 would be the target to look at. And then just the last thing I wanted to talk about in this video is Ripple. Now, in the title, I just say there is the Ripple gone, and that's just a pun. But what I'm trying to say with the Ripple, and I want Ripple to increase. That I'm not gonna hide it. I want Ripple to have a good increase in the next couple of weeks. Hopefully testing 60 cents. But I don't think that is possible. If we can just look at this chart in the daily again, you'd see here we tested the support the first time around on the 14th of August, and that was 27 cents. Then we had a good pull back, tested this level again, had a great breakout. That was phenomenal. You can also see the volume. That's the volume we are looking at. Let's just quickly see what was the percentage wise. 114%. 114% roughly in 6 days. That is quite remarkable. And then you could see it formed a resistance level at 58 cents. It touched 60 cents in a couple of days, but it formed a resistance at 58 cents, all the way back down again, pushing it back down again, testing this level, testing it again. And now the same as Bitcoin, like a person knocking on the door. If momentum does not pick up with Ripple, I can actually see Ripple falling beneath this level, this 27 cents support level. And if that occurs, I do not have a support level exactly to recommend. We would see Ripple falling till support is met again. Now, the other thing with Ripple, the fact that I have these blue lines, this is the resistance I am looking at for Ripple. Should Ripple go with the market trend, with the overall market trend, and actually increase, because there's lots of altcoins that has been increasing the last couple of days, multiple double digits, was actually crazy. Ripple can go with the whole market and touch this 41 cents level, and that would be a increase of 27%. But the likelihood of it breaking above, I can't see it now. And the main reason for that is if you can just see the volume, the low volume, and that is not a good sign for a asset to have a bullish run. That is more a bearish sentiment. So that's the only thing that I want to say about Ripple. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please go ahead over to this blog post and read it. Please leave your comments in the comment section below. I would love to read your comments and hear what you have to say about it. Thank you so much for watching, and have a blessed day.